Together we stand, a family so strong, in unity of seven days where we all belong. With love.
See so many faces, almost all the chairs are taken. Excellent. Well, thank you for being here, everybody. Welcome to Unity Church of Sun Lakes. It's great to see everybody. I'm on platform today, and we have a bunch of other volunteers helping us out. Judy, thank you for the beautiful flowers. Where are you, Judy? There is Judy. Give her some love. And this is the first Sunday of the month, so we always wish people happy birthdays that occur later in the month. So the 8th, we have Helen's birthday, the 21st Tom's, 23rd is Don's, and the 28th is Kathy's. So let's sing them our birthday song that we have here at Sun Lakes Unity Church.
Happy birthday to you, there's no one like you, uniquely created. I love knowing you, I bless you with life and abundance galore. God bless you, my loved one, and have many more.
I want to wish everybody a happy 29th birthday. Let's read our vision statement together. A world of oneness where all people are free to live their divine potential. It's a great vision. A world of oneness would certainly be nice right now. Our mission statement, Unity Church of Sun Lakes is a positive path for spiritual living. Amen to that. Yes. So we want to welcome all our friends. Are there any new faces out in the audience today? No. Well, we have a good return crowd, that's for sure. People coming back from the North Country. Well, we're going to all bless each other right now. We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you. If you haven't welcomed the person sitting next to you or behind you or in front of you, do it now, please.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, I can. You're welcome. You know you're welcome.
Cerise, you get standing room only crowds. I don't know what to say. And Cerise will start us off today with a song most of us know, This Little Light of Mine. You want us to help us sing it?
Of course, I would love for you to sing it. So we're going to do this one.
Oh yeah, I love that.
We're going to sing it with gusto.
There you go.
Who's Gusto?
He's my imaginary friend. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go,
All right, way to get the blood flowing. Okay, we're going to have an opening prayer with Justine, and after that will be the daily word with Kay. Okay, you weren't on my little slide sheet here. And after that, then we'll have a meditation song, and followed by a meditation. So we'll be busy for the next several minutes. So Justine, can't wait to hear your prayer. Come on up.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. It's my pleasure to lead us in our opening prayer this morning. So I'd like to invite you to get comfortable and close your eyes or lower your gaze if that's more comfortable for you. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, allow your mind to clear. Release any thoughts that remain in your head with love and gratitude, and choose to become conscious and fully present in this moment. Choose to offer up feelings of appreciation and thanksgiving for this moment in time as we realign with the ever-present well of unconditional love that rests within, waiting for us to acknowledge and connect. We set the intention in partnership with Spirit to allow this well of love to flow freely to and through us, opening our hearts and minds to today's message, reminding us of the inherent goodness of life, of the abundance that surrounds us, and reminding us of the light that guides us. We're ready to hear exactly what we need to hear today, and we make the conscious choice to apply it to our daily experience moving forward as our life journey continues to unfold. Together we give thanks, and so it is.
Today's daily word is remembrance. It's November 2nd, 2025, Sunday. When I got up this morning, I used yesterday's daily word. And this morning, after I'd had my time with my son who passed, that I had a picture on the refrigerator, I spent my time with him. And I thought, what was that daily word? And guess what? I was on the wrong day. And I went to the 2nd, which is today. And the word for today is remembrance. I cherish the memories of my loved ones. Today I remember life is eternal as I honor my dear ones who have passed. I send love and light to those who have enriched my life. My heart beams with love and gratitude as I cherish the memories I hold so dearly. I honor and reflect on the relationships that have meant so much to me. I open my heart, allowing myself to feel the tenderness of my emotions. I sense my relatives' love. A reminder of their presence is alive in my heart. Take a deep breath now. We visit our memories in this stillness, grateful for the time we spent together. My beloved's love, wisdom, and strength are in me. As I remember these special ones, their memory will be a blessing that transcends time and space. From Luke 22:19, Then he took a loaf of bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me."
Starting tomorrow, I'll be strong enough to fly. Today, I'm strong enough to know when it's time to say goodbye to all that doesn't serve me and holds me back from being free. Today, I'm willing to honor me. Tomorrow's gonna bring sunshine and roses, and today I'll till the soil. Today I'll plant the seed. When the storm brings rain, I'll know it's feeding my dreams. Today it's enough that I believe. Starting tomorrow, I'll face whatever comes my way. Today I'll ground my feet, so when the wind comes I won't break. And here in the moment I can let my worries rest. Today I am willing to say yes. Tomorrow's gonna bring sunshine and roses, and today I'll till the soil. Today I'll plant the seed. When the storm brings rain, I'll know it's feeding my dreams. Today it's enough that I tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's gonna bring sunshine and roses, and today I'll till the soil. Today I'll plant the seed. When the storm brings rain, I'll know it's feeding my dreams. Today it's enough that I believe. When the storm brings rain, I will be down here on my knees, surrendering to what is meant to be. And tomorrow I'll stand powerful and free.
Remembrances, like the daily word. I was asked to do this meditation a couple days ago, and I've got to thinking. The Hispanic community has something called Dia de los Muertos, and I've often thought that this would be a nice thing that the non-Hispanic community could develop. I asked my granddaughter a couple weeks ago what she knew about her father. She knew something, but not things that I knew. What do you know about me? She couldn't tell me too much. What do you know about her great-grandfather? Had no clue. And nothing even further back. So I thought this would be a good thing to do, to start having family discussions, family get-togethers once a year, if not more. Anyway, that day is spent telling stories in the community. So today, I'm going to lead a meditation on letting you go back in time to some of your earlier days so you can bring these out of the depths of your memory so you can pass them on to somebody. Get comfortable in your seat. Close your eyes. Think back 10 years, 20 years, 40, 60, 90 years, whatever. Think back to a particular event that meant something to you at the time and means something to you enough right now that you can recall it. Now don't just recall the outline, the summary of the event. Go deep. Go to the beginning of that event. Who were the players? Who were the actors? What were you trying to accomplish? Spend a little time right now just thinking about that event in your life. Stay there or think of a different event. This knowledge can be passed on to your children, grandchildren, nephews, nieces, anybody. Put it into a summary that you can start talking about it. You can go into details later, but get some basic ideas out that you can present to your family or others. If you reach the time where you're satisfied with what you saw right now, what you re-experienced, open your eyes, come back into the space, and take what you saw, take what you learned with you today, make it part of you.
Yea, though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, and you anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and love follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 23, 4 through 6, and this is from the New International Version of the Bible. You know, it's not the only time in history, and it's not the only time in our lives, and it's not going to be the only time in anyone's life, I can promise you. But sometimes it feels like we're walking through the valley of the shadow of death. Sometimes it feels like there is so much to be afraid of that we want to hide until it's over. Now, today we're talking about being wrapped in the safety of God. And for me, that's a very comforting thought. I was raised in a fundamental Christian home. The idea of being wrapped in the arms of God brings this comfort to me. It may not to everyone, and that's okay. Some people like the scientific idea that the universe is always on your side, manifesting for your good. It means the exact same thing. We are always protected and loved and safe in the mind, the idea, the love, the heart, the arms, whatever you want to call it, of God, of the divine. I've spoken a bit about my past here. You know that there were times of abuse, there were times of neglect in my life. And through the last 24 years in New Thought, and even before that with therapy, I'm still in therapy, by the way. I have a great therapist, and my therapist has a great therapist, and that's how good therapy works. To be honest. So, even through all of that, I have come a really long way. There are only probably, looking around, I think there's only one person in here who knows me from about 18 years ago. Reverend Jeannie. I've come a long way. I have healed, I have evolved, I have grown, I have stepped out in faith, I have changed, I have written songs, I have believed in myself like I never had before. I have done so much, but there is still a ton of fear. Because the idea that I am always safe in the arms of God, or always safe in the divine, it eludes me sometimes. It eludes all of us sometimes, if we're honest. I dreamed all of my life about singing in front of people. And what you may not know, or I may have shared with you, is that when I was 15 to 17, so a couple of years, I was a traveling evangelist with my father. And I started speaking. And I went to South America. I went to Venezuela, and it was a beautiful place then. And we preached the word of God from mountaintops. And I thought, oh, I really love the speaking part. This is fun. A song can emote and it can give so much, but it can't tell you the story. It can imply a story, but it can't tell you the whole story. And so I thought, I really want to speak, but I was terrified to do that. So, okay, let's not. Singing was hard enough, and I promise you, about 17 or 18 years ago, I could not stand on a stage to sing a song without shaking horribly. I shook so much, I just knew everybody could hear it in my voice. And people would say, oh, I love your vibrato. And I was like, yep, that's exactly what it is. Great. All that vibrato, not me trembling in my boots. But speaking was something that terrified me. Because you cannot get up on a Sunday morning, I'm gonna fix that in just a second, hold on, and not be authentic. Now we're gonna go back. You can, people do. I'm not saying that it's impossible. It is impossible for me to stand here and speak to you from a place of performance. It is impossible for me to sing from just a place of performance. I can't do it. It is not in me to do that. So I knew when I was singing that people could see and feel my soul. And that is what scared me, was that my shadows might come out. Speaking up on a platform on a Sunday morning, I know that you see my soul, that you feel it. There is no other way for me to do it. So it terrified me. And now, I do it on a pretty regular basis. So I started asking myself this week exactly how I did that, because I didn't put a process in motion and say, okay, in the next 3 years, I'm going to be speaking on a platform and I need to get over the fear, so how am I going to do it, and set goals for myself. Healing doesn't always work like that. We can set all the goals we want, but it doesn't mean that we follow through automatically because we have that goal set. There are 3 big fears as humans. The 3 main fears are, number 1, the fear of death, or doing something that may lead to death. Now, I sort of disagreed when I read this. I thought, my biggest fear is not death, it's being maimed or something, and then, I can never sing again, or I can never walk again, but I think that still is death. It is death to what I know, death to who I am now. It is still a death. And that is why when there's so much massive change in our lives, it feels like we are grieving, because something has died. And yet, the only way for renewal is a death to the old. Number 2, the biggest fear, is the fear of failure. That we will try any one of the billions of things that we will do in our lifetime and fail at it. And that fear can be debilitating. It is often why and I will never call another person out, but if it relates to you, that's okay, just know it's not a judgment. But why I always have 900 things going. Because then if 700 of them work, I didn't fail. So I'm constantly busy, and look, I'm making new songs, and look, I'm doing this, and look, but it's so that something I know will come out of it, and then I'm not a failure. And the last one is, I think, is just an all-encompassing fear, and it, I think, even speaks to number 1 and number 2, is the fear of the unknown. And sadly, this fear of the unknown gets played upon in the world. You don't know what's going to happen, so let's just make sure nothing happens. Sure sounds like a joyful life to me. Not. But that fear of the unknown is what can keep us so stuck. Because apart from death and apart from failure, which are both unknown, you don't know if they're going to happen, they're the things that you say, well, I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know how it's going to hurt me, but I know it's a possibility, so it's easier to play small. So how do we overcome those fears? Because that's what we're talking about today. Not acknowledging the fear, we know the fear exists, but how do we step out from it? How do we live from a place where we know we are safe in the mind of God? So that we don't have to allow that fear to consume us. In his book, Real Love, Greg Bear says, without real love, we are already in the worst kind of pain, and we go to great lengths to keep ourselves safe from experiencing more pain. If we can't have genuine acceptance, at least we can do everything in our power to avoid more disapproval. So, what is real love? Real love is connection to the divine. But not just the divine out there, not the idea of a God with a white beard who's checking everything and looking down upon everybody. The idea of the energy of God that is love, that is within you, that is within me. And we say, that love is here. I am a spark of the divine. We say it consistently. And if that is the case, how are we so afraid? How can we look out into the world and say, I don't know what's going to happen next? If God is love and love is us, and we are connected to it, how can something else exist? Now, I'm not saying, and I'm going to be really clear, because there is this idea, especially in New Thought, that all that is not love is an illusion. And I don't disagree with that idea. I do think that there is an illusion happening that we cannot break through, but saying it is all an illusion really discounts the experience people are having. Because those experiences are real. I know because I lived them. Those experiences of not having enough food and going to sleep hungry, that is a real experience, and it is painful. Being unsafe walking out of your house because of the color of your skin is real. It happens to real people. And so just saying this is an illusion and love is all there is cannot be the Band-Aid we throw at things we don't understand or don't have experience with. So how do we step into the unknown? How do we step into the fear? How do we feel it and still move forward in our lives and still make changes in the world and still show up in light? How do we do that? There's very specific ways, and the first thing I want to say, number one, is the only way out of fear is through it. You cannot feel fear and stop. You cannot feel afraid of what is happening outside of your door and choose to ignore it. The only way out of it is through it. And the best way to move through fear is to find and ask for proof from the universe. To say, okay, universe, okay, God, I see you. I know that this is true, so prove it. And do you know that God is always ready to prove it? And I know that it sounds almost trite, but the parking spot, there's a whole thing about the parking spot in New Thought, and everybody laughs about it because it's true. We all say, oh, we're gonna pray for our parking spot. Do you know why that exists? Because when people are just starting in New Thought and they don't know how their thoughts become things and they don't know how to change their thinking and change their life, we give them something small and tangible to see proof. We say, go into a parking lot and say, I affirm right now that God is bringing me to the perfect parking spot for me, and then you watch somebody leave from a spot and you park and you go, it worked. The reason we do that is because we need, as humans, we need proof. We need to see that it works, because if there is no evidence, we lose faith. So the second thing we have to do is to ask for proof, and I suggest we write it down. I'm going to tell you, it's not even in my notes because I didn't know I was going to say it, but this is important. I write every one of my prayers down. If I really want something, I write the prayer. I want the universe to know the words to go back to. And I'm telling you what, be specific and be careful what you ask for. Because I wrote down 125 things I wanted in my perfect life partner, and I got every 125 things of those in my husband. All of them, even ones that I probably should have been more specific about. Not in a bad way, but I put like, must have eclectic taste in music. For example, must love Gypsy Kings and must love Rascal Flatts. My husband hates all of the music I like, and I hate all of the music he likes, and the only two things we agree on are Rascal Flatts and the Gypsy Kings. That's it. Everything else, we cannot be in the same car together. And I thought, I really. And he's got great eclectic taste. He loves different kinds of music, just not kinds I like. So I thought, well, that was funny. Go figure. When my husband and I first got married, we went to the doctor after about a year of being married, and the doctor said, you cannot have children. Your body cannot carry children. So we were devastated. And I decided to start praying, and I put every single day, I am a mom, and my children are on their way to me. And I got a call from the state of Missouri that said, your sister, my older sister, had been arrested, and her children needed a place to go. Would you be willing to take them? And my husband and I looked at each other and went, of course we will. And we went and picked up those 3 children. They were 8, 10, and 12. They were living in squalor, covered in flea bites. And we took them. And I looked at that prayer booklet, and I went, look at me being a mom. They aren't my children, but I am here to mother them. And we had them until the state of Missouri allowed my sister to get them back after she went through rehab and some other things she had to do. And now they have children of their own, so I say I'm a grandmother. But I wrote it down because I needed proof that things were happening, and I saw the proof. So at the back, I have my prayer journal. I have a page from my prayer journal, and you can copy it and use it as much as you want, but I invite you to write down your prayer. Write down what you want to see manifested. And then there's a place at the bottom for you to write the proof when it comes. Because the easiest way for our human brains to remember that God is on our side, that we are safe, is to remember the proof, to see the proof. And if you were pushed right now, you could write 900 things today, this moment, that God has done for you just recently. But it's so easy to go, okay, next day, let's do the next thing, and forget what has been manifesting in your life. But remembering and writing it down retrains your brain to see the good instead of the fear. Simplicity is how we reconnect when we are lost. Seiko Shimbun says, prayer is the way to destroy all fear. It is the way to banish sorrow, to light a torch of hope. It is a revolution that rewrites the scenario of our destiny. So what I want to tell you is third, the most important step is to feel the fear and do it anyway. There's an amazing book by this name by Susan Jeffers. It's a powerful, powerful book about
feeling that fear and not letting it stop us? Have you been waiting for your story to be told? Have you been waiting to tell someone about their history? Have you been waiting to tell the world about what you have done or what you are doing? Are you waiting to take an adventure? Are you waiting to be honest? Are you waiting to allow the world to see your shadows so that they can really love you as you are? Will Smith went skydiving, and there's a whole video about his experience. But he said of that, fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination causing us to fear things that are not here right now and may never exist. Do not misunderstand. Danger is real, but fear is a choice. So we ask the universe for proof. We watch the result, and then we move, even while we're still afraid. That is how we feel the safety of God. And I have just done the thing that I was most afraid of. Last month, I went on tour for the first time. Cerise on tour. I sang and I spoke. I did 8 locations in 10 days. And I've got more coming up this month. And in January and February and March, I'm going to do a 10-day tour a month that I'm in town. And everyone is saying, oh, you're going to speak and you're going to stand up. And I'm like, okay. And I remember being terrified of that. And I thought, what was the turning point for me? What was the thing that said, Cerise, it's okay to share your voice? Who was the person that gave you strength? And I realized that it was you. The very first talk I ever gave was in 2018, in New Thought, right? Was in 2018 at Creative Living Fellowship. It was my home church. I felt very safe giving that talk. I was terrified and I shook like crazy, but I felt safe. And then the church changed and even closed down. And during the pandemic, I thought, you know what? I'm not meant to do this. Maybe I'm not meant to speak. I'll sing. But this is probably just the universe telling me that my voice doesn't need to be heard that way. And then I got a call from Reverend Jeannie. And she asked me to do a YouTube recording for the services for this community. And I said yes. And you listened to those services and you loved me. And then when churches were reopening, Reverend Jeannie said, come back. We want you to speak. And I remember calling a friend saying, I'm going to be in person and they're going to look at me while I'm talking. And she said, yep, do it anyway. And I did. And you loved me. Of course. You, this community, is the reason that I found proof that it is safe to share my voice. Your love held me when I was in Florida on tour. And every time I speak at a new community, I remember you and your hearts and your love. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for holding me when I didn't know that I needed it. And just know that God is always providing that for you. Because your voice is important in this world. And maybe you're not out singing and speaking from a pulpit, but that does not mean that your purpose on this planet is any less than another person's. The work you do matters. You matter in this world. Your light shines brightly, and the world needs it. And that love and community is proof that God has you. And that is how we love with wild abandon, even though our hearts have been broken in the past. It is how we trust that divine good is flowing through our lives at all times, even when we have felt the fear of the unknown. It is how we rest in knowing that all is well. Whatever you fear, God has wrapped you in safety, because you are a spark of that. And there is no other way for it to be. You are now and always have been wrapped in the safety of God. So I would love for us to say our affirmation together. God is all around me. God is within me. Every step I take is safe in the light. Thank you. So this song I'm going to sing to you was written for my friend Laura Gerard, and I'm just going to tell you really quickly. She had been in a car accident. She was okay. She had a slight concussion and they needed to keep her, and she was asleep in a hospital bed, and I was sitting by her side. And I went, "You've got to stop crashing." Oh, I should write a song. And this is a song I wrote for her after her car crash. So whatever your car crash is, this might apply to you. No matter what I do, I have days when life just seems too hard to face. But I believe that life will bring an answer to my prayer. I'm aware love is there. Beneath me starts to shake, and I pray I'm not gonna break. I remind myself there's more to life than these moments of despair. I'm aware love is there. When I can't catch my breath.
Wow, that was incredible. Thank you, Cerise. It is now time for our offering, and that slide comes later. If you don't mind. I have to tell you that. I've been talking for, I don't know, about 6 weeks or so about what it means to be a conscious giver. And when we give from our higher self, it multiplies, it blesses. There's numerous, well, actually there's not a lot of stories in the Bible about tithing, but go figure, I came across one a couple days ago with King Hezekiah, talking about how when King Hezekiah became the king, he turned everything around and he told everyone to get rid of all the bad stuff that the last king had made. Lots of different temples that were not of God, like King Baal and sex symbols and God, all kinds of stuff. So when King Hezekiah came in, he said, God's against us, and so let's turn this around. And so he created this whole thing with all the people, and they created the temple again, recreated it the way they did back in Moses' times. And they tithed. They tithed with their sheep, their livestock, or their silver or gold or whatever. And the entire consciousness changed of the people of Israel at that time. And so it's difficult. There are not a lot of people that want to stand up here and talk about tithing. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or the right job to let you know that this is such a privilege to be able to tithe in an organization, a spiritual organization. You can tithe for pets, and you can make donations or charitable organizations, but this is a place where we can expand our consciousness through our tithing. And it works. So, and the other thing I wanted to just remind you to give with joy. If you're just giving to give, it's just something that just doesn't mean anything. So if you can find in your heart some way to make it really fun. This is actually a Christmas card, because I said, God, it feels like Christmas all the time. Thank you. So with that in mind, let's say our offering together. Divine love, richly flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way. And now we will sing I Am So Blessed by Karen Drucker.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
offering dedication together. We dedicate these tithes to the work of the Spirit of truth. We are one with the opulence of God. We are now in the flow of infinite abundance, and thanks for the prosperity that is ours by divine right. Amen. And before I have Mark come up for announcements, I just wanted to call Judy Adams up. Just wanted to do a little recognition for you, Judy. She's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes for us, and I just wanted to acknowledge it and would like us all to raise our hands in blessing. And please repeat after me. We love you.
We love you.
We bless you.
We bless you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
And we behold the Christ in you.
And we behold Christ in you.
Thank you. And I want you to have the 5 Come Alive book, the 5 Unity Principles. And I don't know if you have a necklace of blessed, but then you can share it with another. Okay.
Okay. Blessed service we've had today. Let's go over some announcements. Help support Matthew's Crossing. Next week is when we have our donations, so either monetary or foodstuffs are highly appreciated. Bring your canned and non-perishable food items on the second Sunday. And Bring a Bear to Church that would also be next Sunday, November 9th. These are for Valley Bloom, for firefighters to give to children who have gone through some trauma. New bears only, please. I need to go shopping because we bought my mother teddy bear. She's in a memory care center and she just carries that thing around and loves it. Friendship breakfast is also next week. Man, it's a busy week next week. So there's a sign-up sheet in the back. And volunteers are needed for the DS Network's Winter Wonderland Holiday Party, which is on Saturday, December 13. I know that's a busy day for many of us because one of our theater friends is having a 60th anniversary party, and that night is our Christmas party for Unity Church. But even if you can just come for a couple of hours, because it's over by noon. And last year, a nice group of us went, about 6 or 7, I think, of us went, and I had a blast. And Amy, you had a good time too, didn't you?
Yeah. Is there a sign-up sheet for that?
I don't have it out yet, but in the next week or 2, I'll get a sign-up sheet out, yes.
Yeah. I really don't want to miss it. It was so good.
I can't, Mark,
Yeah, Barb.
I can't see the thing, so is the party is
December
during the
13th.
daytime?
December 13th.
Yes.
In the daytime?
Yeah, it starts in the morning.
Oh, you mean the Unity Party? That's in the evening. And it's at Poolside here in Oakwood.
Wait, are they both the same day?
Yes.
Well, yes or no?
Yes.
They're both the 13th?
Yes.
And the Fun Lakers Winter Dance is the 13th?
There's plenty of time to take a nap, Barb.
I was going to say.
One's in the morning, one's in the evening. You've got all afternoon. Okay, let's move on. We have some of our recurring groups, the Metaphysical Group, and that is the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays. So that's not this Wednesday, but it'll be the following Wednesday in the Mirror Room. Prayer teams, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. on Zoom with Reverend Julia. She'll be back next week, I believe. And I had some, let's see, Lori asked me to also talk about a couple other things, but they were already up there on the slide. Derek, you are the man. Okay, so I believe that's all the announcements, unless anybody else has one.
Cerise. I would like you all to know that Cerise is too embarrassed. Cerise is too embarrassed to say this, but she has, back on the table, she has books for sale, CDs for sale, USBs of her music. Her music is so healing. I highly recommend this. You cannot take
The physical body home, but you can take her work home.
Cerise, you asked me to do that, and I apologize. It went in the ether. Okay, so I believe what we have, we want to thank everybody, Cerise, of course, and Judy, Justine, Kate, Tom, and Derek. Thank you for your service today. And we're going to end with the I Release song from Cerise, and then a prayer for protection.
Yes.
Okay.
I would love it if you feel comfortable standing. And then I just need to make sure we can hear this track. Yeah, you're nice. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, let it go, let it all go. And this is what we have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Free in the Spirit. We are only here for
On the prayer for protection, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. Because you are, and I am, the I am. And so it is. Amen. Feel the fear and go for it anyway. God bless.
Yeah, same to you.
Nice to see you.